Whoa! Oh my god! It's Sunday, and I'm here. Isn't it great? Hello. Welcome. Hi. Hello. How are you all? Hi, Barry. Welcome, Magic Guide. It's good to see you. Minnow, it's good to see you. Barry, it's good to see you. It's Sunday, folks, and it's D&D day, and it's blue. You know what? I might change this color. I don't like... I look weird. Look weird in blue. Let me switch this up a little bit. Because... yeah, it's very, like... I don't look too good. I'm gonna just switch it up a little bit. Just like a little less. There we go, right? Still kinda. Tobias Funken is disgusting work. How dare you? It's good to see you all. Happy Sunday. We are going to be D&Ding in a bit. I think a few of us are running a little late, but that's okay. I get to just chit chat for a minute. That's cool. That's cool. Friends, folks, family, as you know. Tuesday is a big day in America. And yeah, that's all I really had to say about that. Just a quick note for those of you who are here, I will be streaming on Tuesday. I don't know if it's important. It's important to me that I be streaming on Tuesday. So I will be online Tuesday. We'll be talking. We'll be gaming. We can watch how things progress together, or we can try to ignore it. Whatever. Just want to. I don't know. I feel like it's cathartic in a way. So I'm also a political nerd, so it'll help me in some ways. But then on Wednesday, it's preparing for whatever happens after that. Anyways, happy Sunday. Sunday is the important day because it's D&D day, and I'm very excited to see how our pal Rin is doing after he kind of like blew up at the exiting town master lame duck. Should be fun, should be interesting. Beowulf is being such a brat right now. I don't know why. He has eaten. He wants... Rin is here. Hello. He's here. That was a good one. I do have to change everyone's portraits. Just remembered that. Rinjamin. It's Kami J's time. It is. I gotta change Zarek to be Zarek. Did I miss section last I saw was where you thank people in the bath and it started to snow? Yeah, so just before we ended, Rin yelled at the town master because he did not give him a coat a long time ago. A long time ago. We're likely going to be handling the fallout of that, plus actually going to see the dragon. So, yeah, it should be fun. I'm going to bring the other voices in because we're probably going to start in a minute.
All right. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jawohl, mein Herr.
Very good. Hope you're all doing well.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not, I hope to, make things a little better for you. But for now, is there anyone who would like to give a recap of last session for point of inspiration? It's been a while.
I can't even remember what I did yesterday.
It's fine.
I think I got it if no one else does.
Do it.
Go for it.
Yeah. So last session, I can't remember if we had just emerged out of Axholm or if we did that the session before, but we were back in town at least. And I think we just started dealing with some of the fallout / consequences of some of our actions while we were still deep underneath Axholm. And kind of regrouping, healing, taking baths, getting a little rest in. And as we were kind of wrapping up with all of those deeds, we also found out that the orcs had had gotten the dragon slayer longsword or short sword that was fabled to have been nearby, and kind of showed it off and was rubbing it in our faces that they had gone and done that. And we're pretty keen on taking on the dragon because of that. Gita and Klinja also shared a moment. Louis ushered that moment a little bit. Louis also made a point to thank Zarek and Conlith during this time. Rin got visited by his genie that most of us, all of us, don't know about really. And Maketra was visited by, or had some kind of fallout / consequences to deal with as a result of his coming back to life as well. And as we kind of regrouped, started to eat, I think, supper or lunch, late lunch, we started to see the snow, and we believe now that the dragon is a little bit more active at this point, and we may be going to deal with that right now or in the very, very, very near future. And just before we ended, Rin yelled at the townmaster because he did, or the previous townmaster, because he was not given a coat some weeks ago now. And I believe that is exactly where we ended.
That is exactly where we ended. Thank you very much for that. I'll give you a point of inspiration for it.
Thank you.
There you go. We will get right back into it. It's getting colder by the moment, but the fire is being stoked, being allowed to grow larger. Lanterns are being lit, candles as well. Every source of heat that's available in this place is being accessed.
Sorry.
The orcs have settled around the table, celebrating, eating. The bard was singing a little number. There are other people from around town, who are just trying to stay warm and stay comfy. Tobin Stonehill has asked everyone what they wanted to eat, and in the meantime provided just like a simple stew for an appetizer, while his wife Trilena works in the kitchen to just get you all something special. Occasionally he has been going back and forth to help out with that. He wants you all to eat well. You have done well. You've done a service to Fandolin, several services to Fandolin since you've got here. And they want to make sure that you are treated like the heroes that you are. Harbin Wester, the incumbent townmaster, has been sitting with the new townmaster, Big Al Calazorn, and another figure, his brother, Tibor Wester, who seems a man in stark contrast to the foppish, very pretty Harbin. Now, this is where Rin comes in.
Trying to get my nat counter
Rin,
back up. It's not up for some reason.
made outburst against Harbin Wester. And in doing so, you attracted the attention of not only Tibor Wester, who, well, he seems ready to defend his brother, even though he seemed ambivalent before. You've scuffed the ire of Big Al, who, above all else in this town, desires order. And Tobin Stonehill himself is displeased because after lauding you as a hero, this is what you did. So, in the face of Harbin looking at you, wondering what you will say next, Rin, what will you say next?
Yeah. So, the last time we played, I had said something along like what Louis said, along the lines of being angry, you know, at Harbin for being so willing to send us out in the cold.
There we go.
And not
Hello,
let me get a
Orleos.
jacket.
Hello, Blood. Welcome in. Hi.
But seeing just like kind of the faces of the people in the room after the sudden outburst, Ring kind of like perceives that it's just not really the time, and
how's the campaign going?
regardless
So far,
of,
so good.
like,
We
how
just got
serious
started
he
on
was,
tonight's session.
or whether he was joking or not.
We're having a good time.
In his mind, it doesn't really
Good to see you. Dirty
because,
Diglett, welcome in.
He had
It's cold.
spoken with like some venom. However, he plans to
and thank you for the follow.
de-escalate it and play it with more.
Always good to see new followers
twist,
on
trying to
D&D
make
night.
it more clear that like it's not really that serious, and in doing
What are we
so,
playing? This is a Dragon of Icespire Peak sort of
a joke and say like, even
remix,
though you let me out in the cold, I know
that we
you
are doing.
wouldn't do that
Right now,
for
we're
your
still in
own-
that
for all your
part
townspeople
of the
during such
Dragon of
a
Icespire Peak.
distressful time.
But then our DM is
So,
going
you know what?
to do some extra
Feel like
stuff
to
after
warm
we
us
deal
up,
with the dragon.
you know,
So
everybody should have
that's
drinks on
what we're
Harbin.
after. If you're asking what I'm
he-
playing, I am
he gonna take
a
care of us during this
Fearbolg
distressing time,
Hexblade Warlock.
because
Yeah, I figured.
Harbin above all
At the
else
end.
has shown that he
I got
cares
you.
about the people in this
Fearbolg Hexblade Warlock.
city, town.
Gita's here, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Love.
Sorry about that.
That was
You're
great
good. Welcome
timing.
in.
Sorry, I'm late.
You're perfectly fine.
Yeah,
No
my
problem.
Fearbolg Hexblade Warlock.
I'm really
He's so
But yeah, we're
handsome.
good.
Good,
Where is he?
good.
Look at him. He's pretty. He's a pretty boy.
Now you say this, and you
Really?
see a glint in Harbin's eye.
So
This is an opportunity. to
so ready
spar
for
with
things to
not
happen.
with weapons or fists, but verbally. And he swings his legs in the chair so that he's sitting sideways on the faces. So he crosses his legs and he throws an arm over the back of the chair and he drums on the back of the chair.
Barry
with
is
his
our
fingers.
DM. That's our
And
man.
with the other hand, he just like flips his hair a bit. Oh, I see. Very entertaining. You had me going for a moment there. I indeed will do anything
Nice.
and everything for
Yeah,
you.
I
So,
play 14 with him as well.
Alright.
He's a great
I have
friend
done
and a
that,
wonderful,
including
wonderful DM.
stepping aside with my frail, delicate body to allow a larger, stronger man to take charge. Now,
He's so gay.
in doing this heroic duty
He's so gay.
to my town, my beautiful, wonderful people, none of them seem convinced. I have paid significant sum to these here heroes at the cost of my personal coffers. I have not spent money from Vandalin's
Yes,
coffers. I have
he's
spent
the
money
mayor.
from the Wester estate. because I think
Town
the
master.
town is like family to me. And family deserves to be doted upon and treated well by family. Isn't that right, Tipper? Tipper just kind of grunts behind them.
Hedonism bot. I love
And in
that.
doing
That's a good
so,
reference.
emptying the coffers of my fair family, my good name, most of that good, I should say, is going into your pocket. You remember the exorbitant sums I paid for your services.
Exorbitant.
And I think if it comes to buying drinks, because I would not ask dear Stonehill to pay this out of his own pocket.
We have a
I would ask
Dragonborn
you,
Paladin,
Rin, to pay it forward.
a
This money that has been
Asimar
granted
Rogue
into your hands
slash
into my
Warlock,
coffers for your heroic efforts.
a half Orc, half Genasi Sorcerer Bard,
Perhaps.
a Drow
Some
Sorcerer
drinks
Bard,
for the
and
crowd instead.
a Dampier
You know, Rin
Monk.
scratches his chin after Harbin says
Way of
that.
Mercy monk,
And
I
I'm like,
believe.
you know, Harbin, you made such a beautiful point here. You know, you've really shown me how you really stepped
Right
up
now, our
and acted as the
Asimar
lifeblood of
is
this
speaking.
town economically.
What level?
You know,
We started at
because
1. We are
the
now level
money
6.
that you gave us to protect the town, we've given it back with the services and helping out the local shops, helping out the tavern, tipping generously, trying to keep this place afloat. It's almost like a cycle, you know, a cycle in where
No, this is not our.
you
This is not our
inject
first session.
money and help
This is.
into
Oh
this
my god,
town
we've been playing since maybe
from
February. I
outside
think.
sources, and it just always feeds back, continuously helping this town. You know, you've done it time and time again.
That's okay.
But at the end of the day, it starts with you. And you know, I've given back to town. You know, earlier today, right when I came back. So, you know, and I'll continue to do so as I'm here. However, I think, you know, it's gonna be so sad to see you leave. You know, we're all gonna miss you. I think just having such a grand, happy memory to remember you by
Started.
will benefit everybody.
Dungeon
else.
of the Mad Mage. That
And
sounds
just
fun.
make the name
I want
Harvard
to try that
Wester
one.
a
Been
fond
following since
figure
level
in this
2.
town,
Yeah,
so to
level
speak.
2. It's been a while.
He looks at you and he takes that into consideration. He's like
Level
swinging his
10.
foot a
Whoa.
bit.
I love being high
His
level.
eyes
though.
are on.
in one of my
You're
other
right.
games we're level like
You're
15. Oh,
absolutely
it's so
right.
fun.
In paying you, I stimulated the economy, and right now that stimulation is in your trousers, heavy with gold. Now then, I suppose I could perhaps sponsor a round of drinks for everyone. But honestly, you speak so kindly of me. Rin, was it? Yes. You speak so kindly of me, and it makes me think that perhaps leaving is not the right decision after all. Perhaps I should stay.
Louis was mid-drink when he says that, and he starts sputtering.
You should stay.
Perhaps I should stay and continue to do my duty as town master. And you can see the crowd, the people, just kind of like, you know that gif for the monkey doing the side eye? That's everyone right now.
Yeah.
They want him out of here.
You know, Harbin. There's a saying where I come from about too much of a good thing, you know, and while everybody here, you know, has had so much joy on the Harbin train, you know, I think, you know, it's time to enter the Big Al era, you know, because you don't want the memories to turn sour. You don't want it to become
This is so funny.
a resentful relationship, like almost parasitic. You know, who knows what it could become. It's in this your relationship with
Is
this
your
town
rogue
in such a
generally the
beautiful place
face of
right
the
now.
I don't know that
think
we
for the
have a
sake of your
true
legacy,
face at the
it's
moment.
best to just leave
He,
on a high.
our rogue talks a lot, but
especially since you got such a great replacement.
Yes,
Shout
what
out
Brand
Big
said.
Al.
What the Brantagonist just said.
During this, Harbin has been twirling his front curls in his fingers. Like he's just looking at you with his head tilted, and he smiles. You're right, actually. How silly of me. How silly of me. Indeed, shout
Harbin
out
train
to
in the Big Al
and he
era.
spins on the chair to face Al. His back is to you now. Alistair. And Big Al just kind of like, he kind of
Ugh.
cringes, and he just said, "It's Al." "Oh, yes, Big Al, then." Did you hear what he said? What a rousing speech. Now, I think, because of what has been said, that this wonderful duty of moralizing your townsfolk falls upon your shoulders. I don't suppose the town's coffers could spare a round of drinks for everyone just for tonight. After all, our friends are going to slay a dragon, and I would hope that whatever bounty they take from its corpse, they will return to us. He looks over his shoulder and he smiles at you, Rin. So, what do you say, Al? Would you like to sponsor these drinks? Rin has beseeched us as leaders of this town
Oh my
to show and
god.
lead by example.
I'm gonna beat this man
Speaking
up.
of leading by example, like, I mean, from what I've gathered, like, you haven't left
Is Foundry
yet because
forcing the
you've been
tone?
doing
I'm not
such
sure.
a kind deed
I'd
of
ask
showing
Barry
Big Al
about
the
that.
ropes
I'm
of the
not
ins
sure
and
what it
outs of
looks
being
like
the
on
town
the
master.
other side. So
So
far,
I think
no.
you should show him how it's done.
It doesn't
Show
seem
him how
to
to
be.
boost
am.
the spirits of the people.
I absolutely am. And he looks at Al, who looks a little conflicted. He looks at you, Rin, with the very distinct wish for you to stop talking. You can see it on his face. But that same wish is reflected to Harbin as well. He's just like, why am I in it?
No, why am I in it?
He grunts, I suppose.
Okay, McKetcher, he just like stands up suddenly and slams his hands on the table and just enough of this. It was like Harbin, leave. What is it? Told Al, you will remain the mayor. I will cover the round of drinks if no one wants to do that.
Wow, what an altruistic guy.
And
Conleth
Har-
perks up. Oh, sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say Conleth perks up and decides he wants to raise his glass in a toast.
Yeah.
A toast to Harbin.
We should play a jovial song. This is a time for celebration.
Well, I'm just gonna do it. This is me as an aside. Conleth says, I would like to propose a toast to Harbin Webster. To Harbin Webster, wisdom has been chasing him all his life, and yet he's always remained faster.
Wow. That was beautiful, man.
I'm gonna roll and check for this man to see if he gets it.
That froze me a little bit.
It's hurt my feelings. I'm sitting here feeling hurt.
I'm just like, why are y'all the way you are?
I'm not gonna lie.
Should we roll to see if he
How this
knows
started.
whether he's been insulted?
I'm rolling for them to see whether they get it.
What was that, Gita?
Someone just tell me how this started, because I'm just so confused.
Lynn talked shit at the end of last session, and he was mad because he wanted a coat from Harbin. Harbin said no, and he's like, "You're gonna send me out to the cold." And so he talked a bunch of shit at the end of last session. Then he showed up this session after Barrett explained what was going on. He's like, "Nah, GG, I was just kidding, my bad." And then they just started going back and forth, and now here we are again, about to start it up again.
Harbin doesn't seem to get it, but you can see Al. There's a shift in Al's face toward ambiguity, toward ambivalence, where he is trying to hide how he is reacting to what was said. Tibber looks displeased. He does not do anything. Harbin tilts his head. It went right over his head.
Oh, good.
But he does raise his mug, because to not do so would be worse, honestly. People raise their glasses, and their mugs and they give a toast to Harbin. The orcs do so as well because they see everyone else doing it, so they're like, well, fuck, why not? And to wit, Elsa goes and gets all the drinks to start.
McKetcher's big ass tab.
Is Big Al really short for Alistair?
Is that out of character or in character?
Out of character.
You can only one way to find out.
I think Zarek finishes the drink he has and gets up and leaves.
McKetcher is
Buffoonery.
McKetcher is just going to take out 100 gold and slide it to Toblin.
Toblin just looks at you and says, "That's way too much. It's just gonna be about 20 gold."
He just kind of gives a wave of his hand and just says, like, this will cover any future incidents as well.
All right, I appreciate you. And he takes it from you. There's a moment of awkwardness as everyone gets their drink. But you know what? The drink is flowing, the fire is warm, and the bard, Chiss, begins singing and dancing and strumming his lute again. And soon enough, the tension is just dissolved as the night returns to normal, or at least as normal as it can be with the cold outside.
Fisher is now also going to step away and go upstairs.
All right. Zarek, you head outside. It's cold as fuck. Where do you go?
I think he just starts walking. Like, he's feeling a mixture of emotions right now. And so he just sets out walking. Like, he doesn't have a real destination in mind. It's just kind of like, I'm gonna get out of town.
All right. Yeah, because you've just been through something super traumatic. Like, you're back in town, everything is fine here, but what you've just been through is not something that will just leave your mind overnight.
Exactly.
In the bar, the orcs are all like shouldering Clean Jaw. You see some of them like guffawing and rumbling at him, and he's trying to fend them off. It looks like he's being peer pressured into something. And then eventually, he gets up, a drink in hand, and he stomps over to you, Gita.
Louis does this thing where he's like not paying attention to anyone in particular, but then glances to his right and sees Clean Jaw walking over, and then looks away, and then glances back because he's like, "Oh shit, hang on, something's about to happen."
He clears his throat. How are you doing? Did you rest well?
Gita was like, wait, I can't. Okay, I'm trying to remember because it's been 3 weeks. But they're eating, right? They got served all their food.
Yeah, they got served like a stew in preparation for like the Big Macs they're waiting for.
Okay. She is like was about to like lean down to take a bite of her food when this happens, and she like kind of like flutters her lashes and like looks up through her lashes at Jaw. And she just clears her throat and puts her like the utensil down.
Cheers,
and
Mr. Brand.
Turns around, just goes, yeah. Thank you for asking.
And thank you for the redeem.
Rest. I really appreciate you talking to me earlier. But yeah. What about you? Are you feeling well rested?
Oh yes, I'm fine. A little drunk actually, just a little bit. Not too much. The others and I, that is to say, I thought that it would be appropriate, or hope it's appropriate, for us. He looks back and he sees all the orcs are leaning forward and giving him a stink eye. And then he said, "For me," and then they just kind of lean back a bit to ask for the honor of you placing one of your embers into the hearth so that your
What?
warmth will flow through the entire building and give comfort to us all.
Louis sputters again.
She really deadpan just goes immediately to us or to you?
Us is me. I am us. That is to say, I am a part of us.
This is
Right.
us.
She just like laughs really softly, and as she's laughing, like, the embers in her hair kind of like spark and swirl a little, and like almost like her laughter is being mimicked within her flaming locks. And then she lifts a hand, like runs her fingers through her hair, picks up like a little ball of fire, and really effortlessly just shoots it into the fireplace, the hearth.
So you do.
Conleth mutters a hot.
Hot.
She leans a hand back for a high five.
Stop.
That was very, as an aside, that was very Maleficent coded.
So said, so done. The fire brightens considerably, and the warmth that rolls out of it is, in fact, very soothing. He looks back at it, and he looks at you, and he smiles. Drink still in hand. He's fidgeting with it at this point. He dips his head. Thank you. That means a lot.
She just really quickly, almost like she's unsure if she should say this, but just kind of something that like comes to her quickly before she can register maybe she should or shouldn't say it. And she goes, "For you, anything."
Ah! Yes, thank you. Likewise. Anything for you. Please, thank you again, and enjoy your meal. I'm gonna go get so fucking drunk. Have a good night.
She goes, "You as well. Have fun. Please drink responsibly."
And he turns around and he goes back to the obvious whooping and cheering of the other orcs.
I want you to know that when he walks away, she stares at that cake. She doesn't even hide it.
Amazing.
Like, she doesn't even think to hide it. I don't even think she realizes, like, I think she's very naive to all this, so I think that she's not even realizing that this is probably something she shouldn't so openly do. But as he walks away, her eyes just trail right down, and she just kind of, like, leans a little bit to the side and just watches.
I'm rolling something stupid. Let's see.
Louis whistles a tune that can only be described as, for those of us who have heard the song, Secret Lover.
I mean, I'm just imagining that Clean Jaw's got to be absolutely caked up.
I made him. Of course he's got.
Does he
Terrified.
have the
There was no doubt.
the John Boyega clappers?
Yeah.
Better.
Oh, here.
Oh,
Better.
hell yeah. Let me get some art of that cake.
Because I had to think about it, and we're adults.
He's pretty well built in that department. And because I rolled a stupid thing, the other orcs see where you're looking, Gita, and that is part of why they're all cheering like idiots.
I love them. They're
Hell
my
yeah.
favorite.
OTP.
After that brief interaction is when Charlena starts to bring out your individually requested things. I have completely fucking forgot what you all ordered because I did not make note of it.
Me
But
neither.
whatever your characters ordered, you get it. It's
Vittles.
giving last meal, but not really. It's more like a reward. Just a show of appreciation. And you just got back, so it can't possibly be your last meal anyway. Now, with that said, Zarek, do you have cold weather gear?
Nope. But
Nope.
if the store is still open.
Yeah, what store?
The Adventure Gear store. What was her name? I talked to her. The one who gave.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Coster, the Lion Sheen Coster, yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like she should be open. She should be closed, but you can see that her windows are lit up. She's got a fire roaring on the inside. And we can go in there for a moment.
Yeah, he'll swing by there.
You come in with a cold draft, and she immediately says, "Ho, ho, shut the door, shut the door." Ouch, ouch, ouch.
I can't believe you are still out in this and open.
Well, technically I'm closed, but I was doing some organizings, and I figured if anyone wants to stop by and do some business, I'd let them. So lucky you. How can I help you?
I am. Do you have anything that one could wear in? And he gestures out at the window.
Oh, yep, I do. Several sets of it, in fact. You're a bigger fellow. Let's see. I should have something that can fit you. And then she looks at you, and then she goes over to like a rack
You wouldn't get it. Stop.
behind all the armor.
He just kind of stands in front of the fire and stares at it while she's busy.
Linen Greywind. The only
She
woman
pulls
with
out,
a
like,
full
cloak, some
portrait,
thicker clothing,
head to
some
toe.
Gloves, boots, headwear. All of these should fit you well. Snout might stick out a bit, but I'm sure you can find a solution for that.
Snout.
And all of this will run you about 10 gold pieces if you're fine with it.
He nods and says, he like pulls out his pouch and gives her 20.
I knew he was gonna do
You are
that.
open in
I got a
such
big brain.
weather. It is the least I can do.
You're very kind. Would you like me to package this for you, or would you like to change into it right away?
I would like to change.
She guides you to like a place where you can have some privacy and change your clothes.
He definitely had just started like undoing it whenever she like goes to move.
She tries to make that like gesture as smooth as possible, in a way that indicates that she's had to do this before.
He just nods and will go where she has gestured. And he will get changed into his cold weather gear.
Cold weather, dragonborn, qu'est-ce que c'est?
Oh no, it's not. It's just a thing. All right, 5 pounds of clothing. Sure.
5 pounds.
So now you are.
The clothing
against
adds
the cold.
5 pounds.
You won't suffer any environmental effects from it. And now you can wander as long as you like.
Once he comes out and he's
Are
changed,
dragonborn like cold-blooded? I have no
I'll
idea.
say,
I
you
don't
shouldn't
know.
linger out in this long. Do you have far to go?
Oh, no, just a couple houses down the street. I'll be out in about half an hour. Home in less. Don't worry about me.
He kind of goes to the door, stands there, and looks
Many-
back.
Says,
This is not natural. I would hurry home.
She frowns. It's the dragon.
Perhaps.
All right. I'll pack up and head out. She seems very serious about that, and she does stop what she's doing. And she starts packing up.
He'll hang out while she's packing up.
While he hangs out, she looks at you sideways. I've got a question.
Perhaps I have an answer.
oh boy.
You're not the first dragonborn who's gone through my shop recently. And you're
Dun, dun, dun.
a fair bit more sociable than the one that did. Do you have any? This is awful sounding. Do you have any friends or companions who might have come through here?
He He kind of huffs out like a bit of like, I guess it would be steam or mist. And instead he says, who else has been here?
He said his name was Rudda, Ruda, by the signature he left on the receipt, and that he was a mercenary. I asked him if he was looking for work, and he said no, he had already found some. He's very abrasive. Didn't take well to my questions. I was just trying to make conversation. But you should forgive me for saying so. He's had a similar bearing to you. Very similar.
Saying we all look alike?
Yeah.
Similar bearing.
Racism.
Yes.
Racisms.
He nods. Is that a name that's familiar?
No, but it could be a fake name.
It could be what?
It could be a fake name.
Ah. He shakes his head. Says that it could be a work name. That is not uncommon.
Yeah, understandable. I was just wondering if you had any companions come by. I know how that question may have seemed. I know the impression that may have given. I was just curious. I'm sorry.
I appreciate the tact. It was more than most have.
Wow.
Her expression softens with that, and she just says, "I'm sorry."
That's some rude ass shit.
It is nothing for you to apologize for.
All right, I am ready to go. And you, sir, you look very smart. Thank you for keeping me company while I close up.
He says I didn't have anywhere else to be.
Wow, rude.
I just needed air. And he kind of steps out and holds the door.
She steps out. Well, there's lots of very crisp air out tonight. Just don't stay out in it too long. Clothes or no, this weather's no good. Warm yourself up at Stonehills, I'd say.
He just huffs. Eventually, I will return there to sleep.
All right. Well, good night, and good luck.
He nods.
She turns to head off, leaving you on your travels. We go back to the Stonehill Inn as you are left to wander the town as you see fit. Is there anything specific you will do, or just gonna wander about?
I think he's gonna wander about, and then he gets somewhere like outside of town where he knows that he more than likely won't be bothered. He just kind of like yells. He just starts yelling.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Easily done. The
My
only
poor boy.
the thing that hears you are the night creatures, and they don't respond.
The night creatures.
So you've just been through some shit.
Creatures of the night.
Meanwhile, back at the inn.
Beep, beep, beep.
Louis, you've just been served something delicious and unspecified. What are you up to?
I think he's very slowly working through his food. He's taking it and trying to enjoy the moment, I think, and just every now and then giving a look at the townsfolk. I don't think he's doing anything in particular. He's mostly tied up his looser ends, aside from the crystal, but he plans on showing that to everyone when we're regrouped once again.
All right. That makes sense. That works out. What about you, Conlon?
I think that he has. I think he's in the process of beginning to internalize some of the things that have happened. Least of all, his brush with death and his encounter with the goddess. And that feeling he experienced in that encounter of like completely unburdening himself and just being completely light and
yes, Conleth just about died
is something that he would like to feel
in
again,
one of our last
but he's
sessions.
not in a hurry to die, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
he typically eats very quickly and eats only that which he needs. I think he's kind of enjoying the stillness and the quietness before what they're about to do, and is savoring his food a little bit and enjoying the company. Just quietly observing.
It makes sense. And it's a good way to go. Gita, Conleth, Louis, you are here. And you are close enough to like listen to Harbin finally put his drink down and stand up. Tibba, we should go home. We should go, well, at least to the house. We have our affairs to sort out, and we should be leaving come morning. I don't expect any grand fanfare or parade. I don't need such things. I have ever been a humble man.
Tuh.
And with this cold weather coming in, I would so very much like to visit one of the boutiques in Neverwinter and pick me up a wonderful fur coat.
Conleth, overhearing him, just looks up at him and goes... He just belches.
It's like a jump scare for him, but he keeps going. And then I'd have to find a hat to go along with it. It's necessary to keep my wonderful head warm, but it'll wreak hell on my hair. I'll have to find a solution for that.
I think Louis whispers, at least to Gita and Conleth, like, it'll be a waste of money if we end up killing the dragon. Foolish.
He spins around. Not at all! Winter's going to come sometime, and I would like to be prepared and fashioned.
Louis is jump scared by Harbin's sonar ear hearing and turns back and says, "If that is how you wish to spend your money, I guess."
Well, it's not my money. As I just said, we're broke. It'll be Mummy's money, and she'll be very happy to help out. Either way, we'll be on our way to Neverwinter tomorrow, and within the city by tomorrow night.
When
Beds.
Harbin mentions that it's Mommy's money, Louis looks at Tibber like, is he for real?
Trevor just stares back at you because, like, he's used to this. Like, none of this is new to him, so he's not as, like, reactive to it as everyone else. He's just like, okay, that's Harvey.
I think when they meet eyes, he says, "You're not getting a coat, or a hat, or a trim, or anything for yourself?"
I have a coat. I have a hat. My hair is fine.
Sensible.
Ever and always.
He's got nothing else to say at the moment.
Conleth looks at Harbin and then mutters to Gita, "Somebody peed in his mama."
Stop.
Gita looks
Not
so
this stray,
confused by that
vicious
statement.
mockery.
Oh my God.
The stray vicious mockery.
Yes, I'm afraid he's had a little to drink, and he's loosened his tongue a little bit.
Gita just tries to immediately feed Colin a bite of her food.
Taste this. It's so good.
She goes, oh my God, it's so yummy. You should
Chew
put
it
in your mouth."
carefully, comma. Chew it carefully.
Well, good night, fair folks of Fandolin. I retire now, and retire properly tomorrow.
Goodbye!
Ta! And he starts heading out with his brother.
Conleth looks to the minstrel and says, "Play something celebratory." Like
I'm so sorry.
like a funeral march.
I'm so sorry, but fucking Smile from Final Fantasy XIV just started playing in my head, and I can't recover.
That's really funny.
Anyway,
That's a good
he
one.
does play something very festive. The night goes on. Rin and Maketra. I see you have both retreated to the same place. What's going on here? Bring the nose. Hold on.
Whoops.
After leaving, from downstairs, Maketre and like paying the gold, basically to get Ren to be quiet. He just returns to his room, and it's just trying to chill out because, like, generally speaking, he has been fairly quiet this entire story. So this entire journey. So he also feels slightly embarrassed. He is going to move to kind of just stare out the window into the night and like kind of gather himself in a moment of quiet.
Makes sense.
You can see the snow starting to settle on the rooftops, settle on the ground, and the quiet that comes with it begins to slowly consume the noise and the bustle. Not bustle, but the night noises of the town. It's a peaceful night. You can see that most of this snow is sweeping down from the mountains to the east. It's a nice night, all things considered. Even with the snow.
What? Wait. And so, okay, yeah. All right. So he'll just kind of make note of that and look up at the mountains in the distance, and like force himself to take a deep breath.
Even though he don't need
And
to
will close his
breathe.
eyes a moment.
That's fair, fine. And Rin, while Maketra does that, what are you doing?
I'm kind of like walking up, and I'm scratching the back of my neck, kind of pacing, and I see that he's kind of like lost in thought, and I kind of just look at his expression to see if he's upset or anything, or just like kind of to gauge like how he may be feeling. And then I guess after observing him for a little while and seeing that he's just kind of like pensive staring, he'll like kind of like cough and make himself known.
Oh, he didn't even notice that Rim was there. So like at the cough, he kind of his eyes shoot open, and there's like the tiniest bit of a jolt, and then he is going to look over his shoulder and see Rin. And like for a moment, you'll see his eyes slightly narrow before um, going back to a kind of neutral expression, and he's going to just say, he's going to look to the door because he forgot that he left that open, and then look back at Rin, and he'll just say, "Yes."
So Rin, he's just kind of he's gonna be a little bit nervous, but he's gonna say like, he apologizes for his behavior and having him cover all the drinks, and he's trying to be a bit more responsible, a bit less brash. Not brash. I mean, just like less dumb, I guess. And so, seeing how his impulses once again became a source of inconvenience for one of the party members, he wanted to apologize. He also, a lot of the people in this party, they kind of freaks, yo. And
Wow.
like, as far like McKetra himself, he also one of them freaks.
Wow.
But Rin doesn't know that.
This is a wild
But-
apology.
This is me explaining myself. But yeah, like he thinks a lot of the people in the party are weirdos, except like McKetra and Zarek. He thinks they're probably the least weird,
Wow.
and he thinks Zarek hates him because he kind of does. So, out of all the people in the party that he kind of views as like decently probably trustworthy, McKetra's probably the most,
Wow.
which is funny because he almost tried to eat him, but he didn't notice that. So he doesn't. He thinks McKetra is just a solid guy. But yeah, if he first just like apologizes for having him cover the bill, and for the situation downstairs getting out of hand. He also asks what he's thinking about because he's a bit nosy.
What are you thinking about?
Okay. Okay. McKetra is going to, as Rin is apologizing, he is just going to stare blankly at him. And then as he's continuing, he's going to kind of just interrupt. You should save the apology for Harbin. The gold is immaterial. What is needed right now is just a few moments more of quiet. And if that requires 100 or 1,000 gold, that is fine. We just would like if you will understand that a lot has happened and we need to reflect.
I understand. Like, I mean, he kind of like nods, like, I understand. Like, I was there for the stuff that happened. Like, I know a bunch of stuff happened. Like, I mean, he's kind of like having a thought in his head right now. Like, do people think that do people think that I don't care about what's been going on? Like, do people think that I'm careless? Like, and it's just kind of running through his mind right now. Just like a bunch of numbers going through his head, thinking like, maybe I wonder what kind of impression I gave off. But what's it called? He decides, for a moment to, acknowledge how McKitcher is feeling, and seeing that he's clearly tired right now, and saying like, I understand, and what's it called? I understand the value of peace, and I'm perfectly fine and capable of helping keep things quiet and allowing people to reflect. Like, I kind of like notice, like, is he writing something?
No. There is something written on the table though.
Oh, well, he was like, are you reflecting? Like, are you writing down your thoughts? I like to write down my thoughts, but I kind of draw, so I kind of have like a comic book.
I respect when
like
people are.
a
I
series
find the need
of
for quietness.
illustrations
Hey, are you writing? I love to
detailing
write
our
too.
stellar adventures, and the ones that I had on my own, because I got a life outside of y'all. Like,
I have a life
just
outside of
temporary
y'all.
fling, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so but yeah, I was like, I get it, and I like kind of like looks over his shoulder and he's like, what you writing? Like, what's your recap of the situation? Maybe we could talk about it. You could help me become more serious, because everybody finds you super serious and mysterious. Like, I think most
That's
of
what
the time,
I'm saying.
people
Hi, Deke. Welcome in.
sometimes can low-key forget that you're there. Almost not an insult, just means you could be way more quiet. You're not blowing stuff up.
As Ren is continuing on, McKittrick's brows are just like slowly, increasingly furrowing. As he continues
I can understand the need for quiet. Blah 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 blah
Oh,
blah.
dying.
This meme panel is lit right now.
What
Me and Brandon are just going on.
It's just shit talking. See, who even needs haters, bro? Like, I can tell you.
You.
Talking to a brick wall, that's crazy.
Oh no.
Bro said wrap it up. Hey, yo, I'm wrapping it up. They said I was yapping too much.
Wrap it up.
Nah, it's cool. I'm gonna say, yeah, my fault, OG. I'm a power outside, outside of his comprehension, suddenly influences him to, be like, you know what, maybe I'm gonna chill in my crib, quit yapping. Maybe I've had enough yapping for the day,
Oh my god.
and I'll leave.
And I'll
McKenna's like, I need quiet.
leave.
And Rin's like, no, let me tell you why you don't need quiet.
It's the best.
Bro,
It
can't
was-
make conversation, bro.
It was kind of nice what he said, though.
He was saying very good words, but it was like that he was saying them at all.
They were good.
I really appreciate his attempt at trying, but I was like, this is hilarious.
That's crazy.
It was funny. It was funny.
I
These
just
folks
thought,
don't take me
hearing the word.
seriously, bro.
oh,
He was just
bless
hearing it
him.
now.
Bless him.
Yeah, bless Rin.
It was
Absolutely.
a good Daria zoom in moment.
That's so crazy, bro.
10, we love Rin.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Diana's in the back like, I love this kid so much.
I fucking love Rin.
McKittrick does recognize the value of those words, though. So So he isn't angry, but he is going to now go and close the door.
Is he gonna close it like Lucille Bluth on Arrested Development?
Squinting through the
Yeah.
opening as it's.
Yeah, very good.
I love it.
Oh God.
But yeah, the night is yours. The rest of the night is yours to do whatever you want with.
I'm gonna work out.
Oh God.
I'm gonna
Got these
work
problems.
out.
Yeah, I made a grave mistake in thinking about communicating what was on my mind when I should have just been hitting the gym. We gonna get this work, bro.
Oh no.
That's the valuable lesson of the day. Don't have emotional games. Only physical ones.
That's very good advice because in our last session, Conleth viewed the minstrel downstairs with suspicion. Probably something picked up from Grizzly, you know, because Grizzly disliked him. But now I think Conleth listening to him and watching him play, I think he's wondering if maybe there's something else there.
Oh,
Gay hatred turned to gay love.
It's amazing. And he's,
Like
he's
if,
just,
if maybe he's interested in, like, you know, 400, 500-year-old dad types.
well, let's find out. How does Conleth make any approach to this bard?
Answer the question, bub.
are you trying to smash? Let's go.
Oh dear lord. Maybe just with a series of furtive looks.
Some glances.
Okay.
Some glances.
Some
Like
glances.
trying to suss out, like,
I'm gonna have to.
Are you-
I'm gonna have to give this man a token. Okay.
You into blue men?
Let's see. First of all, does he see? Oh,
Do you travel underground?
expertise in perception.
Oh,
So
wow.
He does see, but does he know? Insight time.
That's so funny.
It's rolling. Oh, okay. He does notice, and because he's a person now, apparently, I must
Wait, we're still on the floor?
I must give him his token.
Because he's a person now, apparently.
I'm not
Rogaine.
downstairs. How do I get?
Your sexual needs have turned him into a person.
Yeah, he's a person now. You lust, therefore he is.
Well, the thing is that he might be going to his death, and you know,
yeah.
he
He
has
sees
needs.
he sees the looks, and now the furtive looks, are they awkward or are they, are they like creepy looks or are they just looks of intent or yearning?
Pervert.
They are looks of obvious hunger
Okay.
mixed with like kind of awkward glances at his hand strumming the lute, like he's very impressed.
Perfect. I would like you to roll me a straight up charisma check, please.
Karimba.
Is there any way we can
Courage.
move things downstairs so I can see?
If you click
yeah.
on your token, you can.
Is this
Do you remember
tummy
how to do
rumbling
that?
hunger or loin rumbling
Oh.
hunger?
Okay.
Who's loins rumble? You.
Loins. Just-
Mine rumble all the time. What are you talking about?
Oh no.
Now I have to begin thinking of Conleth as possessing loins.
What's the most rumbliest loins?
Yes, there is something there's a surge of blood.
Okay, so let's see. Roll me that charisma check, please.
Charisma check.
Karimba. Hi, Karimba.
Thank you so much, Brandon.
Ability check, right?
Ability check, yes. busy making this bard into a person.
Okay, not bad.
17.
It's got some game.
Yeah, he notices. He notices, and he gives you a
Now
little smile.
Conleth must
while he
ponder his
performs.
rumblings.
And he cuts his performance
crazy.
short by 25 minutes.
Oh.
Because he is famished. And he comes down to you and he asks, so, what are you having? And he
Louis
tips his chin at your drink.
zooms in.
What?
Louis,
The way that Gita whips around,
yeah,
I
Louis.
can hear her neck crack.
Louis once again is like, he wasn't expecting anything to happen, so he is like, oh, more love on the battlefield. He's like,
Oh my god.
Slide over to sit next to Louis so they can both watch.
yeah, he's like trying not to be obvious about it, but he's definitely looking
Okay.
now.
Being obvious.
He's paying
Okay.
attention.
Oh, now, as an aside, I have to think, what would a drow do in this? Oh, oh, there.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty.
He's a twink.
He's a twin.
Okay. That's how we're doing this.
But
He
he's
asked you a
twin.
question.
Legolas?
Oh.
He asked me a question, yes. And I'm saying as an aside to you,
I got
as a
on a
group,
follow. Thank you for the
I'm,
follow.
prefacing what
Whoever
I'm
that
about
was.
to do by saying, like, this is what I think, how I think a drow his age would handle this situation.
Tail treader.
And his question was, can you say his question again?
What are you having?
Preferably more of you.
Oh,
Okay.
that took me out.
Okay.
That took me out.
He's testing. He's testing.
Roll me a straight up charisma, please. Again.
Punched me in the face
Where is it?
and said, "Call me in the morning."
An ability check again.
An ability
right?
check again, yes.
Okay.
14. That's
He made
still
such a
quite
noise.
good.
I heard from his. I heard from his.
That's still quite good. And you see him raise his eyebrows and just a little color on his cheeks, and he's trying to play it cool. On stage or
Oh my god!
sits next to you. Off stage.
I could go both ways.
The way
Louis.
that Gita's elbowing Louis right now, she's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my
Louis,
god.
who, so like when Louis was watching Gita and Cleanjaw, he was like, "Oh, look at this! This is so fun." But like Louis, completely unaware of Conleth's fucking game, I guess, has like his mouth like open. He's like, "What's happening?" Actually, I'm very, I was caught off guard, and he like is taking a sip of his drink, but he's like, eyes dead center.
So Conleth takes the chalice or mug that he's been drinking out of, and it's wine. And he says, may I buy you a glass of something?
When you say you go both ways, he laughs, very clear laugh, and he says, "So do I, but your charm has me leaning particularly to one way right now. As for drink, I'll definitely have what you're having."
And he just hands him his chalice and says, be my guest.
Do you promise? And he takes it.
As an aside, drinking from the same glass is a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I'm incredibly impressed.
Like a sexy elf face?
It's very
A
interesting.
sexy elf.
It
thing.
is a very
Conleth made the man a
yes.
bottom. Oh my god. I mean, he looks like a bottom.
Yeah, like if somebody at the bar was like, "Hey, you want a drink of my beer?"
And he,
Drink my beer.
It's frothy.
oh
Stop.
my god. Well, yeah, he takes it and he does drink. He does drink of it, and he lifts his eyes over the rim of it as he drinks from it. Looks at you, and he lowers it, hands it across. Thank you. I admit I am a bit famished. But Stonehill is a very generous man. Elsa is a very generous host. And I do believe they make deliveries up to the rooms if you ask for it.
I'm gonna write a fanfic. I'm gonna write a fanfic. It's gonna be 2 billion pages.
I'm sorry. I'm just, as an aside, I'm sorry to ruin this. I'm just astonished that I put him in this position because
You're apparently gonna put him in a lot of positions.
Oh,
Close the deal! Close the deal!
Right.
I never thought that I would. And
He's like, I didn't think I'd get this far.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
okay, so as a way of kind of closing the deal, he leans forward a little bit. His knee is kind of placed between his legs a little bit, and he just sets the chalice or whatever he was drinking with his left hand down on the bar, and he kind of stays frozen in that position, leaned over, and cocks his head like
Right.
some reptile or something, having closed in on his prey, and looks at Stonehill and says, "How much do I owe you?"
Stonehill, quite aware of what's going on because this man never stops minding people's business. He waves a hand at you and he says, "We'll talk about that in the morning." And he gives you like a head tip, like, get to it then.
And he then says, "I would like to take a bottle of wine to my room, please."
The cart and the truck have gone their separate ways.
Well,
I think they're
imagine
going in the
talking
same
about-
direction.
And he gets you a bottle of something that you've probably been drinking of the entire time you've been here. Something that you like, something of your usual.
A sweet red.
And he gives you a wink.
I'm sorry, but this is... Oh, there it is. In typical gay male fashion, I had no idea what this person's name was.
Yeah, he introduced himself to you as Kiss, like, ages ago.
Oh, it's pronounced Kiss?
Kiss, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Not intentional, I swear to God.
I think
What
Colin
do you mean
says
there's
something
plenty
like,
of rail?
I have reams and reams of ballads and folk music up in my room. Would you care to peruse my folios?
No. And he smiles. And Toblin backs off and he says to you, Commonwealth, "Don't break him. I need him for tomorrow."
Oh my god.
And Kiss says, turns to Toblin and says, "Don't tell him what to do."
Oh my god.
I'm in love. I'm in love with everything that's
Gita's
happening.
so scandalized right now. She looks to Louis with. She's like, "Oh my god."
Louis is like,
About?
Louis is like in such anticipation for them to like go that he's like clawing at his face like, why are they still talking?
Yeah, you're free
Okay. So then Conleth stands up, and he offers his hand to Kiss.
Very good. Kiss stands up and he takes it. And he smiles. Yeah, it's a genuine smile.
Okay, and they start to walk away, and I think Conleth turns around and looks at Gita and gives her a look like, "Holy shit."
Like a bad one.
Holy shit.
Amazing.
Okay, I'm done.
Stop.
And you go and you have a whatever sort of night you have behind that Fate the Black Curtain. You enjoy yourself. You're probably going to be in a good mood in the morning.
I think Louis says to Gita, that was both the shortest and longest bit of courtship I've ever seen.
Gita looks like her mind is blown right now. She's like,
Well,
what do they mean by not breaking him? What's gonna happen?
Poor Gita.
Louis just kind of clears his throat.
She just kind of looks to. She looks to Toblin, like, and back to Louis to like, is someone gonna answer me? Should I be worried?
No.
Toblin actually answers you. I wouldn't be worried if I were you.
Yeah, everything will be fine.
In fact, the only one worried should be me. Because if anything's gonna be broken, it's my furniture. It's hell to repair.
You think very highly of Conleth, and
No, those elves are very slight, so I don't think they're breaking anything.
I think it would be really funny as he said that if there was like a boom
Not the Joker.
and like a little bit of dust from floorboards like starts to drop down on the bar.
Where's Conleth's room? I'm gonna check. Let's see.
he's the first room on the left, isn't he?
He's here.
Yeah. Very
Gets up
good.
quickly. Oh my god, is he being attacked?
No. Do whatever you do. Do not go
Whoa.
into that room.
Maybe, but sometimes people like being attacked in the way they like.
Where are the orcs? Oh.
The orcs are at the table.
I feel like,
Laying down them.
the orcs would be like, yeah.
Their heads they're looking up, getting dust in their eyes. They'll be fine. They'll be more than fine. I guarantee you, they will be great in the morning.
It looks like the wheels are turning in Gita's head. She like looks around, everybody's reaction, and like is like replaying everything that happened. She knows that they were flirting, and she's like, she looks to Louis. She goes, "Oh, are they having sex?"
Louis just says, that is exactly what they're doing.
She just like does like a really soft gasp, it just covers her mouth with her hand, and then she just giggles like a fucking schoolgirl. She's like, "Oh my god!"
She could have reached out to him psychically and asked him,
Oh,
are you having sex?
Are you having sex?
Yeah, right. Are you okay?
Just click. But yeah.
I think Louis says, like, I was expecting something to happen tonight, just not with those two.
Oh, who were you expecting then?
Oh, no one.
Come on.
Oh, but you said you were expecting. What do you mean? What?
My dear, if you are not aware, then perhaps it is not for me to say.
Don't leave me hanging like that, Louis. Tell me. Tell me.
I think in response he says, this is a lovely fire. Thank you for putting it on.
Snuff it out.
Do you think Cleanjaw would like that?
Just narrows her eyes at Louis. She goes, "Well played, well played."
And he goes back to, like, eating and drinking and whatever.
Unless anyone has anything else they want to do, the night will pass. With rest, a good rest, or a good long rest, whether it be filled with sweet dreams or nightmares, good company or spent alone, it is your first full long rest after you've been back from the hell that was Axholm and the dark halls of Abathor. Back in Phandalin, in the cold, yes. But it's familiar. It's safer than what you've come from. There are not horrors waiting around every corner. Just one looming threat that is very tangible and much easier compared to what you've been through. And we will take a break there, as you can all give yourselves the benefits of a long rest.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Ooh.
I don't need it, but everyone else does. I was looking at everyone's HP earlier. I was like, why are some of them so low?
need some water.
Actually, so do I. I will be right back, folks.
I was drinking a lot of water just now. And I had to stop because I was laughing too much. That was very cute. That was a lot of fun. That was very cute of y'all.
We had some of everything so far.
Oh, hold on.
Let me pause again. I have to set the clock forward as well.
I'm on a black screen. So.
Okay.
Oh shit. Why is that the thing? Oh, because you don't have dark vision. And it's still dark out. Hold on.
Silly. Now the sun's out. And I would even come inside. It's fine.
Oh no, I'm gonna put everyone in their rooms. Make it easier.
Okay.
Some people don't have to like walk all over the place.
Fine by me.
Oh my god, the memes.
Baraldo, when you get a moment, can I get that dagger that I also apparently have? That cursed dagger.
Yes, you may.
Just want to look at it a little bit.
Don't mind me, Zark. I'm just like moving you.
Wait, is Cleo still sharing Gita's room?
Does she approve of this?
Yeah, well,
It's gonna be drunk as hell.
Yeah, he'll sleep on the floor, drunk as hell. Yeah. So let me roll something. What kind of drunk is he?
Sexy drunk.
Oh, my brother! Brother in arms. He's a sleepy drunk.
Oh, me
no.
too.
No. Is he pitching a 10?
Oh my God. Probably.
Daniel, baby boy.
But he's under a blanket, so it doesn't matter.
Daniel, you need to leave room for Jesus.
Everybody hasn't had D&D and decided to show up and just put it all out.
Right?
Yeah.
Wait 3 weeks, what happens? Everybody's fucking.
It's like honestly, it's so real because everyone just came back from like hell.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what?
You know, I listened to a podcast recently about, oh no, never mind.
Oh, it's gone.
My brain said
setup.
it's not appropriate.
The
Not
ADD brain.
Yes, it strikes again.
Also, don't you worry, there's a nice clip in the channel discussion.
I saw. So glad.
Let me see.
No, Leia. No. Leia, you have consent problems.
Beowulf was having that earlier.
Cats don't care about consent.
He was like really like he never does this, but he was really like jumping in my lap earlier. I was like, what is happening? Freaky Friday with cats?
My favorite is that in this clip, the last thing you see from the chat is Conleth made the man a bottom.
Yeah.
What?
Look at
Oh, I see. Conleth made the man a bottom?
Yeah.
Remember what he said? You said that you go all ways, and he said that your charm is making him lean toward one.
Oh.
the.
See, I've got game, right? So when I roleplay in D&D, my character is also happy.
Oh no, I see them in the room!
Yeah, that's where they are. Let me see. Let me drag you to.
They're forking.
God, I hope Conleth's back holds up.
If you want to roll a Constitution saving throw for that, feel free. You don't have to.
No, I'm just going to assume it does.
Yeah. Your passive con.
Here I am
There
upstairs.
you are. Now let's take a couple more minutes and then we can start started.
Well,
Because
Ben needs the long rest too.
I'm looking at my clock and I am confusion. So I'm almost like, okay, good. We have an hour more. Not.
Oh
not
yeah.
Ending in 50 minutes, an hour more. I was just like, oh wait, yeah. Because like, did the time go by that quickly? And then I realized, no, it did not.
No.
Who needed more rest, Conleth from all that fucking or Rin from all that talking?
Damn.
Damn.
That's tough.
I'm
It's,
not involved. I'm throwing my hands up.
that hurt. That hurt me.
Rin just needs to rest from all them reps he put in afterwards. That's all.
That's right. He was working out.
Working on his
Not muscles
fitness.
today.
I hope he did his stretches.
Not muscles and our muscles.
Zarek and Rin are Conleth's neighbors.
Oh, they hearing it.
I'm like,
Are the pictures crooked on the wall?
what?
What is what? What is going on?
That's so funny. Royal, hi.
Maybe
good to
they're
see you.
doing like
We're taking a break.
tantric stuff. It doesn't have to all be bedroom.
I-
Oh wait.
I
it
listen.
wrong.
I feel like the elvish thing is like we don't have time for this courting nonsense. Let's just do it.
Let's just do it.
Absolutely.
They're doing what they're doing is they're sitting on the floor, Indian style, like in fucking Demolition Man, not even touching.
Oh, stop it! I was thinking that exact same thing.
There's a glass harmonica playing in the background.
Like
It's
they've
20
got
Years
the
of Snow by Regina Spektor.
flickers lighting, light in the background, little motes of magic, or dancing around the room, and they both have their eyes closed really hard.
No, it's probably a little something different than that.
They're doing it psychically. Oh my god.
In the Vulcan mind meld.
Oh, that's how he seduced you, Jace.
Yeah.
Back and ready.
All right.
All right.
Okay, let's see the order I'm going to go in here. All right, cool. Happy second.
It looks like Henry Cavill as Geralt's twink son.
That's a mouthful.
That's a lot, and I agree.
Or if Siri was a twink.
Siri? Oh, from The Witcher.
Yeah.
See, I immediately thought the game version. I was like, well, kind of.
Kinda, yeah.
Kind of is.
All right. Morning comes. It's still cold out. It's still snowing. It's very quiet outside. There's a light layer of snow upon everything. It's very soft. It's not wet and disgusting yet. In fact, it doesn't seem to gain that quality at all. It should have by now. 7 in the morning after a night of snow. It hasn't. The area outside is cold. The inside is as warm as you allow it to be, with various fires and candles and lamps in your rooms. And 7 a.m., Gita. Are you awake or are you asleep still?
Oh no, did I disconnect? No.
Are you muted?
Are you muted? Are you there?
Get there.
Are any of us really there?
Sorry. My phone was ringing.
Oh, you're good. Did you catch what I said?
I didn't realize. I just heard it vibrating violently. I was like, "Where are you?"
Did you hear what I said?
No, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's 7 a.m. It's a nice,
oh.
yeah. Lots of soft snow outside. It's very quiet. Is Gita awake?
Fine.
7
I
a.m.
don't know. Is Cleanjaw snoring up a storm?
Yes, he is.
Oh, she's awake.
Yeah, he like turns around. He's got like his blanket on him, up to his chest, and he just goes.
Oh my god, she's oh, god, that's so agonizing. She's gonna kind of fling the covers off and like swing her legs out to sit up in the bed and just stare at him on the floor. And even though she's so wildly attracted to this man and likes him so much, in that moment she's like, I could just snuff you out.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Like the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? That's real. I've been there.
Serial killer?
It's 7 a.m. Everybody's a serial killer.
True.
And then she kind of like leans over and basically like shakes, like goes to shake him awake while also like pulling on him, basically to lead him to just go to sleep on the bed.
I'm even gonna roll a D100 because I like mess. He's heavy, and he stands up. He grumbles, and he throws an arm on your shoulder like he would any orc who is supporting him. He's heavy, and he leans on you, and then realizes he puts most of his weight on you.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're falling over for sure.
You fall.
Onto the bed.
You fall on the bed. He falls and bounces off the bed and hits the floor with a crash.
What? It's not sexy.
I don't think that's really
Unsexy.
keeping me awake.
And in doing so, he wakes up.
I'm the snorer, unfortunately. I snore so loud. It's embarrassing, actually.
Morning. Why are you bent over your bed like that?
She like flips her head to stare at him, looking quite agitated.
Did you get drunk too?
She takes like a really deep breath, points to him, and then points to the bed and goes, "Get in."
Oh.
I
Now.
He gathers his covers and he holds it to his groin, and you see his face growing dark green. It's really sudden. I should take a bath. I should brush my teeth.
Get in the bed and go to sleep.
Oh, you want me to sleep? No, I'm fine. I'm awake now.
I'm asking.
I'm awake. I'm really nothing. I was a little sleepy, and you said you spoke louder, and now I understand what you mean.
Are you lying to me?
I love misunderstanding Alley. This is my favorite part of the city.
This is literally the story of Gita.
I may have misunderstood what you said, what you meant. I should thank you for.
What did you think I meant?
You were bent over on the bed. You turned your head at me and you said, "Get him now." What do you think I did?
That is so funny.
She looks so confused. She's just like, "What do you mean I was?" And as she says, she's repeating. She's like, "I was bent over on the bed when you were," and I was. And then she trails off, and like
she's just like nodding. Like, not that the perceived offer wasn't flattering. It was just unexpected. I'm sorry.
Why are you saying sorry? If I was offering, would you not accept it?
What is happening?
Oh my god.
My poor children.
That's a really interesting question.
It's a really interesting question.
She crosses her arms. She's just like uncertain of all that she's thinking and feeling. She's also still just like super embarrassed. So she's trying to regain control because she feels embarrassed now. She goes like, "You don't have to, but I would appreciate an answer."
If you would appreciate it, then I will. I must. Yes, I would. That may seem scoundrel-like, but I'm just a red-blooded man, after all. And you are a very, very attractive person, and
Oh,
I
so it's just because you're a man and I'm just an attractive woman. So it's not because it's me. So if there's any other woman in this room with you and she offered you would just say yes?
whoa,
she starts to look really
Psychological
upset.
torture.
What the fuck is
whoa,
happening?
maybe I don't know. If there was another man here, would you be like that? Hell, I'm just another man. I'm nobody.
You're not just another man to me, and I would not offer it to another man. I wasn't even offering it to you. You know what? Go to sleep. I'm leaving. And she walks out.
Sorry, I just don't know how to deal with this stuff. I'm not sleepy. The sun is out. Well, it's bright out. I'm sorry.
She just
I'm showing Clean Jaw my shirt. I'm showing Clean Jaw what shirt I'm wearing. Just letting him know.
pajamas, no less. I
I'm
don't
just
even
letting
know
him
if
know.
you're wearing pajamas, but she just leaves
I'm
them.
just letting him know.
Stars and moons and monkeys.
It's fine. I won't argue.
Honestly, she wished there was some like cute ass little like baby animal pajamas, like little lace pajamas.
Stays there sitting down in the bed, determining whether he's going to drown himself or jump out the window. Meanwhile, as Gita charges outside, Louis, how do you greet your morning?
Louis probably had woken up already and was sitting on his bed, kind of calculating what he would do for the day and going over old clues and hints and things in his mind before he hears like a bit of yelling in the other room. And he probably only makes out a few words, but he's like, oh God. And he starts to just ready himself. He splashes some water on his face. He very meticulously does his hair, brushes his teeth, yada yada. Makes sure he looks presentable. Prestidigitations whatever he misses. And he just begins to head out. He's ready.
No, while that's going on, there's a mirror in your room that helps you with all of this. And as you look away from this mirror for a brief moment, you see your reflection.
Hi,
Or
I'm a
rather,
toothbrusher.
You see Ordinary's reflection for a split second.
He probably looks back at the mirror.
It's you, and you look good.
Great. Brushes that thought out of his mind, and he's ready to go again.
All right.
Oh my God.
He was
There's
right
Gita.
there. Just ready to knock on the door.
Oh my God.
I just love that I was there.
Did she knock?
She was about to when you opened the door.
Oh. He opens the door and he doesn't look startled, but he does like widen his eyes and go, hello.
She like sniffles a little and looks really like. Oh, she looks like she literally just rolled out of bed. She's got tangly, flamey hair. She's looking very overwhelmed. There's a little sniffle. Because I'm having a lot of very confusing feelings. I don't understand what's going on, and I need help.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go downstairs or do you want to come inside?
No, she charges past him.
Oh, okay. And he like shuts the door and probably is like, why did I get involved in this one? Okay. Sure.
Wait,
What?
isn't Gita's room directly next door?
Yeah,
Yes.
he heard like grumbling and would go to bed, and he was like, oh my god, okay, well, whatever. But now she's in here, and he's like, okay, what seems to be the problem? Do you want to sit down?
She starts pacing. She just goes back and forth.
That means no. What seems to be the problem?
So I woke up. Clean Jaw was snoring. I woke up because Clean Jaw was snoring very loudly. So I was trying to get him to wake up, to just get him to come lay in the bed and keep sleeping, and I was going to leave the room. And then he fell on top of me, and apparently I was bent over the bed, and then he fell on the floor, and then he thought I was propositioning him for sex. And
There's like a shockwave that goes through the building and outside when she says that.
She made that a diphthong. It wasn't just sex.
Sex.
Carry on.
Sorry. Sometimes the audacity of my own character is crazy.
Crazy.
I can't even. You need to watch your fucking mouth over there, sir. Anyways, as I was saying, so she's still pacing back and forth while she's saying this. And she goes, and then he made it sound like it's like if it was just any woman in there that he would have sex with her, and that it didn't matter because it was me. And I don't know why I jumped to that conclusion, but my mind did, and it made me very upset. And I don't know why I'm upset. I don't know if I should be upset. He's not anything to me. We're not a whatever we would be.
A couple.
She like points finger at him. Yeah, a couple, which is what we're not. But
Do you
he's
want
just
to be?
upset. Anyways, as I was saying, and then he was like, well, I'm just any other man. And I was like, no, you're not just another man to me. So no, I would not have sex with another man.
She did it again.
I think Louis is like, we have a couple of things to focus on. And he gestures outside to the snow. But we have a few minutes. Let's hypothetically say, I don't know, that you were interested in him in some way. Hypothetically. How do you think those feelings would manifest? And he takes a seat on the bed and he crosses his legs and like out of thin air come a pen, like a quill and a paper.
Can Clean Jaw hear any of this?
No, you can't.
Okay. She is continuing to pace while she walks around. Well, I do think he's really nice to look at.
Mm-hmm.
And I do get like this fluttery feeling, and I feel warmer when he's around.
Now, because you are who you are, I have to say, warmer as in physically or metaphorically?
No, physically.
Aha. And he starts writing on the paper. For the viewers at home, it's like it's scribbly lines. He's not writing down any words.
I don't know if he
And
does this all the time. This is annoying.
and so most people, when they feel these feelings like you've described, a bit of flutter in the stomach, some heat, metaphorically or physically, well, that means they might like someone, even if they're not yet a couple. And
I want you to know that as he says the words "may like someone," she goes indigestion.
And I mean, I hate to say it, but I think he likes you too.
She like narrows her eyes and scowls a little bit. She goes, "It doesn't seem like he does."
What makes you say that?
Remember the thing that I came in here and first ranted to you about?
The sex?
She gasps. She goes, well, I don't know. It just seemed like if it was just anybody in that room, it wouldn't have mattered.
Why does it seem that way to you?
I mean, kind of basically said it.
I suppose what I mean to ask is, do you believe that because you want him to tell you that you're the only one for him? Or do you want him to tell you that, yes, he would just have wanton sex with any girl he ever shared a room with?
Another gasp. She looks very confused and very unsure. She goes, I don't know. I like the idea of him liking me, and I think that maybe I do like him as well. But I did murder like many of his comrades on accident. And I'm not technically a full orc, and that might not work out for him. Might not be happy with that.
He looks aghast and said, I didn't know you were even part orc. Perhaps I wasn't paying attention. Good to know, though.
She points at the tusks that are literally coming out of her mouth.
Oh, that's what those are.
She just deadpans and just points to them.
And he says, that's neither here nor there. What I'm hearing is that you may feel a certain amount of guilt. You don't want to like him because you feel guilty about his brothers or whatever they are called. Or you feel that you want to have some sort of relationship with him, but you can't because, again, that guilt is nagging at you. And so you are trying to push him away while he is desperately trying to get closer. I mean, who asks some woman with fire in their hair to light up a room or whatever? Don't you think that's a bit much?
A lot of people would ask a woman with fire for hair to light something on fire.
Yeah, but the fire was already going. It didn't need more.
She taps her chin. I don't know. I can't delve into his brain to find out how he really feels, because that's an invasion of privacy. I don't know how else to know.
He is like clenching his teeth. He's like, you can't do that.
No, that's wrong to do.
he just nods.
Ethics.
He nods, and then he looks at that same mirror from earlier, and he positions her in front of it, and he's very tall, so he's right next to her, looking into it, and says, look into the mirror, and just tell me what you see.
Oh, that's a bedhead. Whew. Just like combing her fingers through her hair. I see a fire genasi.
Mm-hmm. And what do you want to That's correct. Whatever I have. And then he says, now close your eyes for a moment. Waiting for her to do it.
Waiting. She closes her eyes.
And then he uses disguise self to turn into a very handsome orc. Not clean jaw, but a handsome orc.
Oh my god.
And he says, okay, open your eyes.
She does. And then screams.
It's alright, it's still me. I'm just employing a little magic. Do you
doing your freaking magic?
Do you feel the same way looking at me as you do with clean jaw?
No, honestly, I'm kind of freaked out.
Exactly. And then he like shakes his head and the illusion of the magic falls off and he's back to Louis proper.
I don't think that's a good example. I think I was just freaked out by you.
I think you know in your heart of hearts that either you will pursue this man or you will leave him behind. But that is our time, I'm afraid. We should really get downstairs.
Just stares at him. Goes, how much does it take to keep this going on longer?
Listen, as interesting as this is, and I do mean interesting, He opens the door. We should get going. We have a lot to discuss.
Just as confused as when I started. You know, I'm in my pajamas.
You can leave this door open. It don't matter. Ain't shit in there.
Just like trying to figure out if she goes back into the room to change.
He's going downstairs.
She's gonna go peek in to see if Clean Jaw's still there.
He's sleeping with his back to the door.
Oh, okay, she tries to very quietly. She like closes the door as quietly as she can, and then she tries to very quietly change. And by I mean she changes. She gets naked. She goes
Yeah.
to change.
Like his back is to you, and you can see him like breathing. He's not snoring.
Then she'll just try and like brush her hair out with her fingers as best as she can.
We love that. We love morning ablutions.
Morning ablutions.
Okay, out of here. She on the way out, she may or may not slam the door.
Oh my god.
It was just
You go
Messy
downstairs.
woman.
As you stomp down the stairs, Clean Jaw stops pretending to be sleeping.
oh.
He rushes out the door. Zarek, there's a loud knock on your door. Like someone's side fisting.
no.
Someone's side fisting it.
Oh
I don't know
no.
what I think it is.
Zarek is.
Sorry, I was ignoring chat while I did
awake.
that. Let's see what's going on in here.
Kind of doing some
My face journey right
morning
now. This is why they
meditation.
invented TM
His
screens.
own, and so he just
Not the therapy session.
he's dressed
dude.
casually. He goes and answers the door.
Louis' therapy session. Right. Viewer, I barely know her.
Clean
Jason
Jaw
literally
is-
going, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And he's scowling at you.
I don't know what toothpaste I use, actually. I buy a different one each time.
Yes, this is my room.
You fought with Jove honorably. Yes,
Yes.
you were strong. don't think
I remember
like
that.
you very much,
I got owned
but I
with an
respect
ad.
you.
The feeling is mutual. You took the sword that I wanted.
Well, there's that.
Mm.
You. No, that's not your fault. You didn't take it from me.
Okay, I'm back. Time to make funny jokes.
What brings you to
Welcome
my
back,
doorstep?
sir. I'm so glad you're here.
I need advice.
He like steps aside. Like, come in.
Steps in, closes the door.
He lifts an eyebrow but nods.
If
Speak.
you, if
I
you
will
laugh or make fun of me or repeat this to anyone else, I'll prove that a dragon slayer sword can slay a dragonborn as well.
Zarek just kind of like steps in a little closer. You came to me. Leave whatever threats, idle as they are, outside my door. My room is a place of peace and solace.
Ooh.
Few that I am able to find. Either respect that or leave.
I respect it.
He
My
nodded.
apologies. So,
Yes.
there is a woman.
I'm doing well, thank you, Mr. Orford.
There are many women.
Oh
there
my
are
god.
many women.
There are
there
many
are.
women. I hope you're
There's
doing
also
well.
a woman.
Bite on my bing till I boom.
I
Hey, bite on my
misunderstood
bing till I
something
boom.
that the woman said, did, wanted today. I have made a fool of myself. And she is upset.
Is this woman someone I know?
Yes,
Ah, I would be unable to help you otherwise.
they just want advice. What do you do when a woman is upset?
There are many ways to soothe
What do you
one
do when a
who
woman is
you
upset?
are interested in. Unlike the one.
My weekend was pretty good. It's
whom
been
I
very
carry a
chill.
torch. I do not think that
Friday and Saturday I
bringing
had
her a
tummy
trophy
ache problems,
will
but today I'm doing okay.
impress her much.
He looks so disappointed at that news, but he takes it on the chin.
Zarek like steps forward and puts a hand on his shoulder. I know.
Tummy ache warrior.
I think that he like stops.
Free bacon.
What I have found
That sounds
in
nice.
dealing with
I want some.
those who
Gimme.
are not raised as we are. It is best to be direct. They cannot misunderstand or misconstrue your words if you are direct. Many of these peoples, they are not like us.
Wow. They not like us. They not like us.
They
not like
do
us.
not say what they mean. They
Someone was supposed to pick
use
up
their words
some everything
to
bagels. Oh, and you got for free?
hide
That's nice.
the true meaning, their true intents. You must speak plainly and clearly to cut through those things.
They not like us.
If that does not work, then perhaps it is not meant to be, as they say. Misunderstandings, I find, are stopped by the truth. Direct truth.
The art of deception.
Thank you.
He nods.
Yoroshiku.
I was being dishonest when I said I don't like you. I don't dislike you, I just don't know you well enough.
That is fine. That is how I feel for most.
Wow.
I understand.
You are wise.
I would not say I am wise, but I have some experience.
Wiser than me, and perhaps more experienced as well. He just in the door. If ever you need a group, we would welcome you.
Derek
Oh my
perks
God.
up. That. Thank you. I will keep that in mind.
He nods.
He gonna leave
These
us.
are muttering, they're not like us. Must be direct. Must be direct. And he heads out the room.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
They not like
Derek
us.
just kind of nods and goes back to what he was doing.
Clean Jaw follows
Clean
downstairs, stomping down the stairs. And he makes a beeline
Zarek's
towards
getting
Vita.
scouted.
So it's a bit aggressive, actually.
In her mind, she's like, that's a man.
He leans close, not too close, and he says to you, Gita, fire here. You.
She looks alarmed now. She's like, what, about to attack me? Like,
His body language is slowing down. I just wanted to say to you, because I think it's very important, because I want to be direct with you
okay.
and honest.
Okay.
You caught me off guard because I'm a virgin,
No.
He
and we.
Louis says out loud, for fuck's sake. Louis typically has most of the puzzle pieces. Seems to have not thought, oh gee, maybe he's also a virgin. He's like, I didn't see that one coming actually.
Stupidest spit off I've ever fucking dealt with. she is slack-jawed. The new orc name.
Slackjaw.
And she turns to Louie and she just goes, "Who'd have thunk it?"
Holy crap.
Oh god.
She turns back to Clean Jaw and she's like, "Oh man, we're in trouble." She just goes, "Me too."
He kind of like blinks and he nods. He just takes that in stride. And we'll leave you there for a moment.
Oh, that's the note you want to leave on? Okay, very okay.
Yeah. Who's next?
That's so
Maketra.
funny.
How
I
does the
too
morning
am a
find you?
virgin.
It's noisy outside.
I think through most of the night, Maketre was actually awake. He was doing a bit of pacing and thinking over a lot of things.
That's too
including,
much.
Like, the journey overall, and the things that have transpired last night and over the past couple of nights. I think he has also been attempting to explore some of his new talents while he has a moment to himself. And I think while he is first just going to be looking out the window and then kind of like turn on that circulatory sight ability that he has to see if that allows him to like notice any person or creature that is outside. And whether it does or not, he's then going to just kind of look around his room to see if it like goes through walls, like what the extent of this ability is.
Doesn't go through walls, at least not walls this thick, but outside you can sense like there's a bird nest where the bird is holed up in from the cold. It's probably not going to last very long in this weather. Honestly, it needed to get away, but the cold came in so suddenly that it couldn't. Its eggs are probably already frozen. The bird itself is probably weak. You sense that creature. It's a sad story. You also probably sense like a dog running past in the yard. Heartbeat strong.
A mind
Blood flow good. Dog blood, yuck.
Yeah, neither of these things are enticing to him, and that's also just not what he was looking for at the moment.
Yeah.
But he ponders on the conversation or the monologue from Ren the night before, and also his own letter that he worked on. And he's going to just think on things until he starts hearing some of the commotion and stuff happening outside his room. And he will listen to that for a little bit. And then as stuff kind of dies down, he will open his door and he will step outside. And he hears things coming. Oh wait, before he does that, he is going to take his letter and slip that into like his inner breast pocket. And then he is going to leave the room, and he can hear like the downstairs morning activity. But instead, he is going to go across the hall, and he will knock on Ren's door.
Breast pocket. Breast pocket.
There's a knock on your door.
There's a knock on your door.
I'm working out right now. No, I got a late night workout, rested, showered, and now we hitting a morning workout. We hitting the grind. You know, the more tired you are, the less you got to think about life's problems.
Whoa.
So you don't answer him.
I'll say
He's
come in.
depressed. That's depression.
Okay. All right. Well, hearing the invitation, he will open the door, uh, and he'll step inside. And he'll close the door behind him, and then he'll. Is Ren like actually working out?
Yes.
Okay. uh, he's just going to. Does he have good form?
Nope.
Yes.
Okay. Then the catcher's just going to take a look at him, but he's not going to acknowledge that. He's just going to say,
Does he have
Ren,
good form?
about what you said. Perhaps I, too, should apologize for being so dismissive of you.
It's all good, man. You wanted peace, bro. I was disturbing. It's okay.
He nods. We, as a group, have endured much together. And, like, we barely know one another. And I know that we should respond to all, and we all respond to this in our own way. And I think I should offer you the same grace for your
This is nice.
vocal enthusiasm as I would for my outburst and my momentary lapse of control earlier. He's referencing when he almost attacked him, even if that isn't immediately understood. And then he's just
I
going
think
to.
he's probably gonna think when you lunged at Conley.
Oh.
Probably
That's
not.
funny. That's another one.
Okay.
Then he's just going to pause for a moment and say, you mentioned that you are an artist, you said?
Yeah. Somebody gotta document my greatness. I'm just kidding. But nah, I like to document where I've been and what I'm doing. It's a good way to unwind. Maybe losing control is a thing that happens because of stress. Maybe you gotta get into drawing, man.
Perhaps. May I see your drawings?
What's McKetcher's expression when he says that? He's gonna stop working out. He was like doing burpees and shit.
Burpees. Oh,
But he's
Jesus.
gonna stop and give you full attention after you say that.
Burpees. God's gift
Why
to
do you
nobody.
ask? Just curious.
Well, the arts are, from where I'm come from, the arts are generally something that are withheld mostly for the upper classes and the upper and artisan classes.
Burpees Ed talking, definitely not here. Exactly.
And as such, I've seen quite a few interesting pieces, and I think that art is just a very interesting topic that I would not have initially thought that you were interested in. And I'm also curious to see how you perceive all that we have gone through together and what parts have stood out to you.
Ren is listening. He hasn't dismissed what you said, but the fact that you're able to potentially discern an aspect of his background that he didn't say himself from like something that he mentioned offhand, it kind of disgusted him and maybe irked him a little bit, and he's contemplating never drawing ever again. But
I can't stand these people today.
or just never telling anybody ever
Oh
again.
my God.
Because he just didn't even realize it had that connotation. he had always thought pictures just were cool, and he liked to express himself visually. He didn't think that he didn't consider, you know, how privileged he was to get like that artistic education when he did. Because he had just viewed it as something very intrinsic to himself. But yeah, so he kind of like has a moment of just disgust and just like ugh. And then he's like,
Disgust.
but you know, I respect the curiosity, and you know, like why put something into existence if you don't want it to be seen? So, you know,
Disgust
I'm like sure I could
is
show you some of the
insanity.
doodles that I've done, but you know, like if you hate, I'm just tell you right now, you gotta leave. It's like it's a very bootleg version of what Zarek had said to Clean Jaw. It's like bro, if you really disrespect me in my crib, said like you really just gotta go. Like honestly, like I'm not a sensitive person, but I'm gonna be low key sensitive. You kind of like disrespect these drawings, but yeah. So I go over to my desk and I grab I grab one of my sketchbooks. You know, the ones that I've been, you know, nightly doodling the you know, what we've been going through so far. And you know, I hand it to him. And then I look at the bathtub. I'm like, yeah, you know, just be careful with it. Like, you know, because I'm not finna draw those again if they get destroyed. Like, this is one thing, like a one time thing.
He's just gonna look at him and then he's gonna say, very flatly, "I'll be very careful."
Alright.
And then he's going to look through the drawings, like so.
I'm just gonna say real quick, Baird, I've been rolling like 26s on sleight of hand when I was drawing, you know? So I feel like the drawing should be pretty good,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
That's fine.
Not dog water cartoon.
Dog water
That's fine.
cartoons.
Carry on.
Okay, so McKetra is looking through the drawings, and like you can see at first as he's going through, like there's just kind of a impassive look on his face, though he does like he's studying them. You can see, like he'll be on a page with one of the drawings and he's just looking at it for like a minute and a half, and then he'll go to the next one. And he kind of goes through all of them. And then he's going to, and like as he was getting further and further into like all of the drawings, you could see like as certain scenes remind him of where he was at during those moments, there is the slightest twitch of a smirk at the corner of his mouth. And then at the end, he will pass the drawings back to Rin, and he'll say, um, "You have remarkable talent, Rin.
Shut up, baby. I know
these
it.
these are really good, and I'm surprised that you even found the time to create these on top of everything that has happened. But you did a surprising job. I am actually a bit caught off guard."
Well, you know, at because McKetra, he didn't really show his like emotions on his face. Like, you know, Rin had a strong strong thought that you was finna just say this is dog shit. And so when, when, like if you had your X-ray vision on, you would see like when you hand it back and you say that his heartbeat go from like a very unhealthy, very high pace to just like oh okay, and just relax because he thought he was preparing to be angry, but he wasn't.
But
Can't
he
believe you just
wasn't.
pre-gamed anger.
Right.
Well, it's the Nigerian way. He's not Nigerian, but you know the author is.
That's the Nigerian way.
I think some of the drawings would have again have reminded him of things that they had. Well, they are scenes of what we have experienced so far, and they're going to spark like some memories that McKetry had of like when he in the very beginning when he was still trying to get an understanding of who these people are and what they could do and how they could even really help in this situation. And he's going to say to Ren, he'll say, those illustrations remind me that during this journey you have actually demonstrated remarkable bravery and cunning despite the chaos that you bring with it.
Oh, that's so sweet. Despite the chaos you bring with it.
I believe that you are actually an asset to this team, but I also believe that you require focus and training to properly harness your talents.
Calling me reckless or incompetent? Nah, let me not take this in the most negative way possible.
Saying that you have potential, and I'm saying that perhaps with some time and effort and training, you will help to bring a more cohesive feel to our ragtag group rather than a point of pressure to plan around.
You know, I really appreciate that, man. In the back of Ren's mind, you know, he's like taking that into consideration. But he's also thinking like, how old is McKetcher? Because, you know, he's sounding kind of like a unk right now to him.
Sounding like an unk
And
is insane.
you know, he's contemplating if he's being sunned right now.
Sunned? Ridiculous.
He's giving the little bro treatment.
Is he being asked that?
Yeah, I think I will ask that.
How old am I?
Yeah.
He pauses for a moment, and like he looks thoughtful, as if he's actually trying to remember. And he's like, 128.
Damn. Wait. I'm gonna actually say damn out loud. That's like Con though. I didn't expect you to be out. Well,
No,
I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna be like, damn,
He's just gonna say, no, it isn't.
you in good shape. How old is Conless?
Old. Yeah.
Jeez, we got geezers in the group. Wow.
Like
But
Jesus.
but I'm gonna be impressed. I'm like, damn, you in good shape for over 100-year-old. And I was like, well, do vampires age? Maybe it's a cheat code.
Catcher's not even going to mention that this is actually because he's a half elf, and but
That was
Yeah,
the Kevin
bro.
Hart. Damn, I'm sorry.
Bro, you know what? I don't know much about these folks biologically. All I know is that Gita has an above average temperature. Conleth is a drow. Actually, you know what? That's probably the most. I don't know a lick about Dragonborns or Furbolds, whatever. And Genasi. That's what they're called. I don't know it. But yeah. So that's news to me. I'm like, huh, I would have never guessed it. You look good
Exactly
for
the
your age,
gift
old
put
man.
exact. Yes, it was.
Thanks. He's going to say,
Thanks.
um, mm,
I'm gonna hide this in the drawer. I'm gonna put it back in my hiding space.
Why are you doing that with him in the room? Why don't you just wait till he leaves?
Cause it don't
That's-
matter either way.
I'm looking like directly at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it's mainly for people he don't know. You know, and he got several different hiding places. So if you know one, that really don't mean a damn thing.
You're right. You don't need to roll for that. Just say you hide it.
Yeah, but I just wanted to roll.
Okay.
I like the dice animation.
Mm. He's gonna say, "Do you remember what happened when you died and now you returned?"
Which time?
What?
Unfortunately, I could say which time because it's been like 2.5.
It was like both of them, or
Damn.
all of them.
Okay.
Both of
So
them.
you want me to tell you what happened when I died?
Well, how did you feel? Like, what? Yeah, what happened? Like, how did that
You're back.
Well,
affect you?
I'm gonna actually look at some of my sketches to see, and you know, just to put myself in the mindset of what happened back then, and I'm be like, well, I didn't die here, but I was pretty darn close. And then I'm looking at the time when I was eaten by Manticore. That time didn't feel great, man. I can't lie. Like I'm flipping through the book as I'm talking, like I'm doing a stroll down memory lane. Like honestly, felt pretty bad. Not just about being eaten. Don't recommend going to a digestive tract. Kind of terrible. But
I would
also
imagine.
because
Oh my god.
I lost all them potions, bro. I mean, don't remind nobody in case they forgot. But I
I
still
did.
remember. Yeah, I figured. What's the next time? Rocks fell on me. Whew. That was just kind of ass. Unfortunate. You know, I never want to go to that temple again. How I felt, I'm just going to say if I died there, I would have died angry. And then when we were in Axe Home, I'm thinking about Oddnir one-shotting me with words. Right before I died, I wasn't angry. I was thinking, wow, I'm about to be hoed. Because, you know, 1 second you're destroying a magic circle and you're thinking of your plans, what you're going to do next, how you're going to react to these different situations that we were constantly being put in. And then, boom, suddenly the whole situation changes. It's me alone in a room with Odney. And then, bro didn't even give me the respect of a conversation. He said, die. And then for some reason, I died, bro. Magic is crazy.
And then for some reason,
Like,
I
just
died.
personally feel like that's why. Imagine, right? Like, imagine we got into beef, right? And then I just said, hey, bro, die. And you
I don't
died.
have to imagine that that happened.
Oh, yeah, it happened to you too. I mean, I was dead. Don't blame me. I didn't see it.
Yes. He's going to, as he actually admits that that happened to him too. He's going to kind of look down
I
and thoughtful,
cannot.
kind of as that. memory comes back, and then he's going to catch himself and blink and look back at Rin, and he's going to ask, "What happened after that for you?"
After I died, well, I appeared in this really, really nice room. It was like velvety. Like it looked like a rich man's crib. And trust me, I've
Sure,
seen
that's the
some
problem.
cribs. And it was beautiful. It was relaxing. You know, there were bubbles. It was warm. Overall, it felt like the coziest place I'd ever been to. And then I met this guy. He was real blue, but not like sad. Like,
The color.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Then he was like, not yet. And I was like, fuck you mean not yet? I died. But he was like, nah, I got plans for you. He introduced himself, but we low-key still strangers. But so far he seemed cool. That's my
I'm
guy for real.
struggling with this, man.
Kind
I
of,
know how to
maybe.
welcome
I
in.
don't
The whole
know.
conversation
He
is
may
wild.
hope,
It
maybe.
absolutely is.
That's something we just gonna have to find out in time.
Indeed.
McKetre is listening to this, and he is, as Ren is talking, like in his mind, he is putting pins in the parts that are important. But he waits patiently as Ren continues, and he's just going to note,
Man.
so you also were visited by or transported to some other entity that brought you back. Did they offer you something?
Yeah.
He looks expectantly.
Yeah, hello?
And he's just like smiling. Like he answered the question. So he's just like, what's the next question?
For a moment, he's okay, and then he's going to blink, and he's just going to go. I'm wondering now if that is the common thread between all of us coming
Sometimes I
together.
feel like this man is playing a different game. A
or
little bit, right?
returning together. Because a similar thing happened to me as well.
A visit? Who was your dude? Were they big and blue? And had great music
No,
choices?
they were not.
Ah, damn.
It was not like that at all.
Your guy may not know my guy then. Whoever that guy is.
Oh my god.
McKetre is just gonna. He's. When Ren is like asking him like who the entity was for him, he is going to look as if he's starting or trying to say it, but he's going to hesitate, and then he's going to say, that is something that I am still truly trying to put together. I suppose my way of dealing or reflecting on this was writing, and I felt like perhaps I needed to get the opinion of someone who I trust. And so I needed to write this letter just to kind of get all these things out and on paper or just somewhere else for an outside opinion from someone who just isn't involved in all of this.
Like, like, and just says, He was gonna say like your folks or something, but then he remembered that McKetre just said that he's 128, and then he said, damn, his folks probably dead because he's old. And then I was like, but what if his folks are older because they do the same thing and they live mad long?
Oh
But then he's like,
my
I
god.
feel like these questions may be rude. So he's just keeping it to himself and saying, mm-hmm.
Very good.
Um,
So you send in your letter somewhere, I guess. Home for you? I don't know where you're from, actually.
for now, I'm from Baldur's Gate.
Oh, for real. Oh, so you're sending it back there.
He gives like the tiniest kind of hint of a nod. Um, so what kind of thing did the person actually? I don't know if he actually has any more questions at this point. I think he's I think with the way that he is thinking and feeling right now, he kind of he almost feels like he has said too much, and like you can tell that he is starting to feel a bit awkward in this situation, and he is he's going to pause, and then he's just going to say, "Okay," and then he's going to turn around and like open the door and start to leave.
Oh, before you leave, he's just gonna say, "Hey, bruh, don't tell nobody what you saw here today, all right?" And then he gonna point at the sketchbook. He's just gonna say, "Don't tell nobody." And he gonna do a shush motion and say like, "You can leave, just don't tell nobody." Especially now because it could give away that bro is educated. Disgusting.
I think he's just going to look at Rin for a moment, but he's not going to verbalize acknowledgement of that, and it's just going to go. And then he's just going to close the door and go downstairs.
Very good.
You know, and realizes that conversation made him start thinking about things, and his solution for that now, start working out. So he goes back to the grind. That grind shit.
Oh my god.
And that's what he does. Conleth. It's cold outside. Your room is warm. Bed is warmer. Your company is warmer still. You're under the covers. And are you awake or are you asleep?
He is awake.
You're awake, and your company is sleeping for a while. And he...
In a meditative state, you mean?
Yeah. He's trancing. And you see him from that stare, that like cold fish stare, his eyes slip into focus. And he looks at you and he just smiles and says to you,
I'm scared.
"Good morning."
Okay, that's it.
Good morning.
And he tilts his head at you. You've been aware this entire time?
What does he mean by you
Aware, like awake.
Oh,
Physically
oh,
awake,
yes.
yeah.
Yes, I have been.
That's interesting. Now, it's very cozy here, I think. And I'm not quite in the mood to, get up and go down. I can think of a few ways we can spend some time together before you and your friends reunite.
Oh my goodness.
What ways would that be?
I was hoping you'd ask that. Allow me to demonstrate. And that, friends,
Oh
is
boy.
where we'll end session.
Oh my god.
Oh man!
Thank you for playing.
That's so funny.
Lord.
You got that morning good. Thank you, everyone. That was a lot of fun. And it was impressive role playing from everyone, so I will give everyone a point of inspiration for that.
Oh, piss. And a floating one, because I already have one. That was great. Yeah, character development, folks. That's what that was.
Reminds me of that classic Vine.
There's a lot of it.
The woman in the hospital bed that her appendix
Sex.
ruptured because of pressure due to sex, and her mom says,
Six.
I remember that.
Oh my god.
That was good, though. I wasn't expecting so much roleplay. I'm very happy.
It was fun.
That was fantastic.
It was.
Oh, I had a whole moment in my head that was my favorite. Now I can't remember what it was because so many things happened.
oh god, my favorite was the Gita clean jaw nonsense because it's like,
Is that Mushy? Hi, Mushy.
it felt for the longest time
You're my favorite.
like
Nice to see you. Yeah,
The
lots of
Office
RP.
or something. Like the will they, won't they, thing going on that lasts for multiple seasons and then, feels like it was gonna go nowhere until it did. And then when it finally did get there, I just felt like, oh my god, they're both virgins. They're both fucking, they're just both dumb. They both don't know what they're doing. They're both inexperienced and fumbling around, and it's
The moment that like really got me laughing was Rin in the room saying, "Yeah, quiet. Yeah, I understand you need some quiet." And then he continues to tell about like how he needs to. How he continues to talk. It was peak character performance, which is why I both loved it and also it like took me out.
So I'm in here with my door kind of shut, but I will have you know that during that whole Rin McKetra thing, he was crying.
You can
like from laughter.
Yeah, there's.
It was so funny.
Whimpering from laughter.
You could probably see if you watch the VOD ever. This whole session, I was in giggle mode.
Yeah, I was just chatting.
Call him Yapster.
Yapster.
Yeah,
It was great though. No, I loved it. This is what we need just before we rush into our fortress with a dragon.
Yeah, I was not expecting the clean jaw reveal.
That threw me for a loop,
Rose
cause
jaw really is clean.
He's young and he's trying to pick up the pieces from what's left.
He's
Oh,
a
yeah,
whippersnapper.
How young is he?
Not all that young. He's just like he's in his 20s.
Well, wait, is Gita older than him?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Not Gita being the older woman.
It's
Well,
the
maybe-
new Mrs. Robinson.
Stop.
My previous character sheet are gone on this new one. Like when it comes to like age and stuff.
Fire
Oh.
stuff? Let me see.
did I put?
Conleth is 372, incidentally.
Oh my goodness.
God.
Just about double.
128 blew my mind. 372
Yeah.
will make me have to go on a spiritual journey.
They can
There's
live
a lot
longer
of-
than that. I mean,
Lou-
that's
Louis in his late 60s.
Yeah.
Damn.
Clean Jaw is in his mid to late 20s.
oh my
Oh,
god.
That's my
baby.
age mate, bro. Baby.
That's my age mate. Is insane.
Maybe 27-ish? I can't remember.
I actually did make Clean Jaw's age to match or did be around Gita's because that's what I
Oh,
do. So yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, you didn't just do that to match up with her.
That was really
Oh.
that was a good reveal. I was like, I didn't see that coming at all. I didn't see that coming. Louis didn't see it coming.
Like, I'm just
Yeah.
trying to process my trauma in peace, and I cannot.
But
Allow me.
I also enjoy that it wasn't like I have feelings for you, I want to be with you. It's just I'm a virgin. Like the only point to this is fucking.
Every
he's just
every
like, this is why I'm like this. Forgive me.
every point where he could have said something really romantic, like, you know, he comes up the first time and he's like, oh, my bandmates are like telling me I need to ask you this question, and it's like, oh my god, is he gonna ask her out on a date? And it's like, would you heat up the stove? Would you turn the stove up a little bit?
Yeah, that was really funny. That was really cute though. Oh, clean job.
Okay.
I want like comic book panel art done of that entire saga between Gita and Clean Job.
Oh my god.
That was a roller coaster.
Wild.
Yeah, sometimes I wish I was better at art so that I could be like out here just drawing with shit
I
that
used to
happens.
do that when I was a player before I started DMing. Like I have a bunch of them still. There's like little moments, not whole comic strips or anything, just like one strip for each moment. Because that's what I would do during the session to like calm my nerves while I was role playing and playing and stuff. Because I was still really nervous about it all then. It's a lot of
I
fun.
love this.
Doodling
This is-
can
this is
be pretty
great.
fun.
Well done to everyone involved.
It was fantastic. You all provide. I was just sitting there for most of it.
I loved Louis' therapy session.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
that
so
was
funny.
fun.
Brother.
Gita left it just that she began, but it was great.
Oh, Barrett,
Yes.
I gotta change the token because I finished the doodle.
Oh, yeah, I'll change it next session then.
Real. I forgot.
All right, that means it's time to say goodbye to chat, or good night to chat.
Bye,
Bye,
chat.
Dad.
Hi, chat.
Okay, chatters, chattertons, let's talk. Hi, what's up? So as I said earlier, boop, Tuesday. Oh boy, Tuesday's election day. So what we are going to do is we are gonna get together, play some video games, and if you guys want to have some earnest conversations about what's going on, where we're headed, all those sorts of things, I'm happy to have those chats. I am a political junkie, so to speak. I also just care a lot about these sorts of things. And so I will be following the count. I'll be doing all of that stuff. So if you want to chat with me, please drop by on Tuesday. As for the rest of the week, I don't know. Maybe Wednesday we may also do a little stream, just to kind of keep the momentum going. I don't know what we'll do, but we'll figure it out together. All that out of the way, I am super tired, so we're not going to raid out tonight. But I did want to make sure I let you all know I really do appreciate having you here, and I appreciate you sticking it out. This was a really, 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 really fun session, and I'm glad you were all here to experience it with me. So, all that out of the way, thank you so much once again, and as always, besitos. See you later. Bye.